Welcome back, everyone. This time we're going to talk about a few different things. First thing, these window shades for the van. I used a product called Ez-Cool. It's less noisy and a little bit more rigid. First thing I had to do was use some spray adhesive, 3M77, to attach some black felt to the Ez-Cool. I had a few different kinds of vinyl around that I was going to use on the inside of these, so I tested those with the same spray adhesive to see which one would adhere the best, and it turns out the Naugahyde, actual USA made Naugahyde brand, stuck the best and was a little bit thicker than the others. So I ordered some of that, laid out the same pieces, and proceeded to spray adhesive those to the other side of the foil. Once these were all glued up, I needed to trim these edges off. And I found the best way to do that was with a very sharp X-Acto knife and just slicing it to the exact shape of the foam. So the issue we have with these window covers is how do we keep them on the windows? There's no metal exposed on these frames to use magnets. So as much as I don't want to alter these inner panels, I'm putting snaps in. I'll take this half off. Just the snap buttons will show. The other end, I'm going to screw into the end of a dowel, and then that will attach both snap buttons across the window to hold these on. The dowels bend a little bit, so you might have to bow them out. Snap this end into place. I realize the downside to these, major downside, is storage. You can't roll them up. I store these flat, either over against that wall vertically, or if things are really packed, flat on or under the mattress of the bed. That's where the one for the windshield stays all the time because it's just too huge to put anywhere, but it is nice to have. So yeah, that's a major downside. They're a little thicker than most, but I think they'll offer us some insulation value and certainly privacy. This is a hole punch tool. I use this to pre-punch some holes around the edges to receive the plastic rivets. This is a plastic rivet. They snap together once through the holes, and you can reuse them. They do come apart. And I did this because I don't trust these to stay together with just the spray adhesive. So here's the finished look inside. And there's what the rivets look like from the outside. Not a big deal. Almost looks like they're supposed to be there. We're going to leave the vinyl off of the door panels, the door window panels, and the one for the windshield so that we can reverse them depending on temperature. If it's hot outside, we can reflect, and at night switch them around so they're blackout, because they're interchangeable because the windows are the same, driver and passenger side. So if we want blackout, we do that. Now, you can't do that in the back for obvious reasons. Each window is different, so you can't just flip these around because the shapes are different and it just wouldn't work. But that's alright, because most times in the back you're going to want it blacked out. This was my first aid kit of choice. Adventure Medical Kit sells these. This is the Mountain series. It seemed pretty comprehensive with a nice little booklet in it about how to use a lot of the things that are in this kit for different emergency situations. This kit has pretty much everything you'd need for light bumps, bruises, scrapes, things of that nature that you might encounter while out on the trail. The only thing it lacks is a tourniquet. So if you're looking for something with that in it, you'd have to get a different kit. But we like this one. These are Stanley suction cups. They are extremely strong. I decided to use these because I didn't want to mount a roof rack to the top of the van permanently. I picked up a nice awning that would attach to these and offer us a little bit of shade when it's sunny and offer some rain protection over the side door. After deploying the 3 Stanley suction cups, now we've got to erect the homemade tent poles. I made these poles with some electrical conduit, just 2 different sizes. One fits inside the other, and drilled some adjustment holes in them, and then used a pin for adjusting them to the height you need depending on the terrain. Now when it's set low like this, for if it's raining, the side door will scrape along there, but it doesn't damage it or anything. This is a lighter plug LED light. This will be great, I think, for attaching either to my house battery or right to the van battery itself. It's got a switch on the plug and a magnet base. The magnet isn't super strong, so I highly advise not using this while you're driving. But if you're just pulling into a campsite and it's hard to see, this throws some pretty good light. I wouldn't leave it on for any length of time, probably because it's gonna draw some amperage. Thanks for watching, and check out our other videos and subscribe. Appreciate it.